Sup, fellow children. This is a little piece I've written to demonstrate two things. One, how actually positioning chords, same chords, but slightly different place on the fretboard results in a nicer, different, more varied sound. And also how you can mix rhythms up to, even though you can play the same chords, you can play two different rhythms in a piece. And it sounds brand new. It sounds like I'm not doing the same shit, but really I am. Right, okay. Let's talk about the first right hand pattern that I'm playing, okay? As ever, fingerstyle for me, thumb, thumb, index, middle. Thumb, thumb, index, middle. That's always how I'm gonna play it. So, we wanna get used to this pattern, okay? You're gonna pinch 4 and 1, so for me it's thumb and middle. And then you're gonna pinch thumb and 3 and 2, so that's thumb and index. 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2. Let's try that first, okay? So if we just try pinching that for a bar of 8 notes, so that means we'd go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now that is the pattern that's going on for the start of the piece. So let's now talk about the chords going on, okay? So first of all, I have what's called an F add 9. I've used this in a couple of pieces. It's a lovely chord. It's like an E major shape, but upper fret, and we're leaving the high G open. So I've got open 5, 5, 3. That's an F add 9. Next, I'm going to go to a C, but rather than position it on the 3rd fret, we're using a slightly different variant of C, where we're using the 7th fret. It's still a C chord, so it's still called a C, but I'd play that with your index finger, because then you can move your index from here, stays on the same string, and you can play it there. From this position then, it means we can go down and play an A minor 7. Now an A minor 7 is, again, it's a G minor shape, but up 2 frets, again utilising that open G chord. So I've got 0, 4, 5, 3. That's an A minor 7. Great, lovely variant of an A minor that you can use. And then we're going to take that F add 9 shape that we used at the start, take it up 2 frets. And that's a G chord. Did you know that? That's another G chord. So altogether, we have F add 9, C on the 7th fret, A minor 7, and then G. So for the first half of the piece, those are going to be the main chords that we play around. In the second half of the piece, I will change up a couple of the chords to give it a lower, grander register. Okay, so our first 4 bars, we're going to take those 4 chords in order, and we're going to apply this basically pinching pattern where we're pinching 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2. So for example, here's my F add 9. I'm going to pinch 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2. But I'm going to count it in 8th notes. So I'm going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're then going to move up to that C. Remember, use your index, it's much easier. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then for the A minor 7, the index stays. Add these two. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then pretty much it's almost exactly the same shape as what we got there. And we're going to do the same. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's your first 4 bars. Take them nice and slowly to get used to the chords and pinchy pattern. In the second half of the piece, because sort of I want to give it like a proper uplifting feel, I've changed a couple of the chords just where they are on the neck. So rather than playing an F add 9 here, I've changed to this shape, which is open, open, 1st fret, 3rd fret, which I'm playing index for the 1st and ring finger for the 3rd. Same chord, but different. The lowest note changes, so it gives it a different sound. So I'm going to use this kid. We're still going to go all the way up to high C. Still going to go to A minor 7. But instead of going up to a G, I'm going to go down to a G sus 4. Now, actually, how I want you to tackle this chord, keep your A minor, move it down 2 frets, and remove the index finger. And that's a G sus 4. Now the picking pattern in the second half, for me, vastly relies on these 3 fingers, okay? Because it's sort of traditional ukulele arpeggios we're playing. But again, there's some people who play with all four, and there's some people who play with just these two. I'd advise any of those techniques, just don't stick with just your thumb, okay? Because you're limiting yourself there. A lot of people, we keep our fingers there and use our thumb. I don't see the point of it. You might as well use all the fingers, because then you're fully prepared all the time. Okay, right, so the pattern in the second half is actually, I'd count it as a 6-6-4. What the fuck? Yeah, you heard. 6-6-4, okay? And so I'm going to explain that in this next video because I'm running out of time. So we're going to play 3, 2, 4, 1. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to finish that with basically 4, 2. 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. So you're almost coming back on yourself. This pattern was used in Fingerstyle Thursday 5 because it's a pattern of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, we're not using sextuplets here. So basically, maths, with 16th notes, we can basically, if we do 6, 6, we've got 4 left, because 6 add 6 is 12, and then the 16 we can use all together. So it leaves 4 left. So we can get 2 patterns of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you can play the first 4 notes of the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all you've got time for. So if I take, for example, that first F add 9, and I play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Feels a little bit weird counting it like that, because technically they are 16th notes. So technically it's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And again, it's got this 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. We've talked about those accents before, okay? So it's up to you which way you count it, but like I said, I train your hand to get it in a 6, and then you can play that pattern again, and then a pattern of 4. Now basically take that pattern around every chord in the second half. Take it slow, be good.